Hi guys, very welcome to Mentor, yet another video podcast. As always, I hope you're all doing fantastic. So, welcome to my office of the day. I am spending my day in fantastic Plaza de Aro. And I am sitting here with my cup of coffee, as always, and my laptop, and I'm answering the questions that you guys have been sending me. And I just received a very interesting and I feel important question from one of you viewers, okay? The short version of the question was that this is from a young pilot who's doing his flight training, and he was saying that because of the high workload and because of the amount of hours he had to put down studying and spending time in the aircraft, he felt that the initial kind of buzz and the excitement of becoming a pilot was slowly disappearing, and he got bored at some times, and he was wondering, is there any way to keep the passion alive? Is there any way to keep the flame alive? And I feel that this is an extremely important question to tackle, guys, because the fact is that no matter what you do in this life, you will get bored at some point, okay? It doesn't matter if you've managed to achieve your dream job. Even your dream job, even if that is your hobby, what you would want to do, what you're spending your time flying flight simulators, and you're dreaming of the day when you're actually sitting there flying a proper aircraft. Even if you've had that dream, when it becomes a job, when it becomes your job, it will become a job, okay? So what that means is that the passion will still be there. It will be there, guys. I promise you that you will still feel that excitement, but it might not be 100% of the time. Well, basically I can guarantee you that it won't be 100% of the time. There will be days when you think it's less fun. It will be times during a flight, for example, when you are just straight out bored. Okay, it does happen. It doesn't mean that it becomes any less good of a job. It just means that it is a job and you're spending a lot of your waking hours doing it. We are humans. The humans are not built to be super excited all the time. We will have tops and valleys in our mood, and it's completely normal. You will have that, and you will even have that during your flight training, which is the case of this young student pilot that asked me this question. You know, he asked me how to keep the passion alive. This is something I can help you with, okay? Because this is something that I have used myself. The way that I do it, and this stands for me, is that I try to keep myself engaged towards a goal all the time, right? So in the beginning it's really easy. You know, in the beginning you want to become a pilot, that's your goal. So your first goal is probably going to be to find a good flight school, to actually start the training, to find the money to fund your training, and then to start it, and then to complete your first stage. So in the beginning there's always a new goal that you're working towards all the time. When you start to come towards the end of your training, it's going to start to change into, you know, from achieving those initial certificates to getting your first job. And that's a trickier part, okay? Because it's not so well defined how you're supposed to achieve that. You know, when you're in flight school, you will have a curriculum telling you that you need to achieve these and these and these grades and goals in order to get your licenses. But that's not the case when it comes to finding a job. Then you're going to have to be creative. You're going to have to change things around. You're going to have to start pulling strings and things like that in order to achieve that first precious job. Once you have achieved that job, then you're going to have to find a new goal. And normally that is just to become proficient in the aircraft that you're flying and become good at your job. But then eventually, as you've been a couple of years in the job, you might want to become an SFI, a synthetic flight instructor, and instruct other pilots. And then obviously you will be starting to work against your command, which means that you have to increase your skill set in all kinds of new ways. Once that's done, then, and you become a captain, you've reached your command, then maybe you become an instructor and so on. And that's how I've kept the passion alive, because you have to have something to work against. It's really important that you do so. All right, that's one thing. And that's basically the way that I've done it. And also, you know, there are other things other goals that you'll set up in life. Maybe it's not all aviation related. Maybe you want to become a really great dad, or you want to expand your knowledge in other areas as well. Possible. But that's, in my view, that is the key. You have to keep finding that goal to keep the passion alive. Another thing that you have to do, which is actually really, it sounds really easy, but a lot of people forget it, is you have to stop at some point, take a deep breath of air, and actually think of how great things are around you. If you're out doing your flight training, maybe it's a good idea to sit there when you're out flying solo and think of how cool it is that you're actually flying solo in an aircraft. That you have an aircraft, you're flying around, maybe you see a beautiful sunset or something like that. Appreciate the small moments in life, guys, because it's going to make a big difference. I do it all the time now. For example, now I'm sitting here looking at the fantastic view out over the sea, and I'm really appreciating this and the fact that I can talk to you guys and that some of you like my videos. You have to start appreciating the small points in life, otherwise you will never appreciate the big picture. That's how I want to leave this, guys. As always, I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you find it useful. Continue pressing like if you did so. Send in your questions, send in your comments to the video, and I hope you have a fantastic evening. See you next time. Bye bye.